All right. Hi, everybody. I am Sarah Barco with True Self Consulting, and today I'm here with a special guest. Samantha Cutler is joining me this morning. Hi, Samantha.
Hello, everyone.
Samantha is with Inspired Events, and so I'm going to open it up to her, but I want to share a little bit about Samantha first. She is just a go-getter full of energy, doing a lot of amazing events, especially tailored around mama. She has an event coming up that I know she'll be talking about with you guys that she's been doing for a series of years now that is inspiring and motivating for all the mamas out there. But Samantha has moved into a world of helping events and coordinate and plan for other areas as well. So I am super excited to have her here and have her share about all the ways that she can help our community get out and do bigger things with events. So Samantha, I'm going to open up the floor to you, and I welcome you to share about Inspired Events with us.
Thank you so much, Sarah. So I think the best place to start is with my event because that's kind of where this stems from. So perfect. I have Inspired Mamacon, which the third annual one is March 19th in Grand Haven, which I'm so excited about since we couldn't do it last year. So it is a day full of motivation for moms with kids of any age. If you've ever had a kid, whatever, you come, it doesn't matter. Most people think it's for moms of little kids, and it's not. Sarah was one of our speakers at our last conference, which is amazing. We loved having her on her roller skates there. So there are breakout sessions that moms go to so they can kind of plan their day. Yes, there's like certain speakers in the big room, but then there's about 9 to 10 different breakouts that they can choose from. And there are 2 breakout sessions for the day, so they get to choose 2, and they can kind of plan their day around what they want it to be. Do they want it to be meditating and mindfulness for them? Do they want to go to a breakout about one of ours this year is substance abuse in kids from a mom that's lived through it. So do they want to go and learn something about their kids and raising their kids? So it's completely just tailored to them, which is awesome. And I just am so excited when the moms come into the building and I see them all chatting. And I love when I see like the kind of shy ones. And then at the end of the day, they're chatting with the people at their table. I love bringing people together. So when I started this about 4 years ago, I was like, well, what goes along with it? Life coaching for moms. So I started doing that. And to be honest, I don't love it. It's not my thing. I love the events. Yeah. And last year, everyone said to me, just do your conference online. Everyone's going online. And I was like, that's not my thing. Like, I'd rather not do it than go online. I love the centerpieces and getting the microphone. I do speaking too. So I love having the microphone in my hand, and I love seeing people come in and be connected. And I thought, that's what I love. So that's what I should be doing. So I've opened up Inspired Events because of that. So I help entrepreneurs, small businesses plan events for their people, for their community. And that can look different for whatever the business is. So I can do consulting where I just kind of walk with you through the planning, and I'm there on the back end. I can do the planning where I'm contacting the event, contacting the speakers and all that. And I can be their day of. So there's different ways I can be involved. Maybe I do all the planning, but I'm not their day of. It just depends on what each individual needs, because as of right now, my Inspired Mama business is a community online and then a couple events a year. And that's a lot. So I can't imagine if you have a whole other business and then you want to plan an event for that business. That's a lot of work. So I would love to just step in with someone and walk them through that however they see fit for their business. Something that I've had people ask me before is about fundraisers. I do not do fundraisers.
Okay.
That's completely separate. So I don't do fundraisers. So I know a lot of nonprofits are like, oh, we could have you come in and do our fundraiser. It's not my thing. It's not my strong suit. It's not something I want to learn. And I feel like as entrepreneurs, as business people, we need to know what we're good at and what we want to do. And that's just not me. But getting your community together for you to have them all in one place, that's what I'm excited about doing.
I love it. You have like a spark for it, and you can see when you're at an event, because I've been at several events with you now, and you just have this on the go energy, making sure everybody's happy. You're like have the calm, right? Even though I know when you're planning an event, it spirals and it's like overwhelming and it can be stressful. You have this like, it's going to be fine. It's going to be fine. Peace
Yes, the leading up to it can get crazy. I mean, and it's just funny if you'd ask my family, like our living room gets taken over because we do swag bags. And so there's boxes of different businesses things going into the swag bags. You know, there's just stuff everywhere. But I do feel like we talked about zone of genius. Like I do feel like when I'm at the event, people are like, oh my gosh, like, how do you do it? It just goes. Like I've got the planning in place and I love it. I am one that like loves a party, loves high energy, loves craziness. So that is like, I'm just in my zone right there. I love it.
That's awesome. I was looking at your event and going through all the like the speakers and the breakout sessions, and I don't know how people are deciding. I'm still like trying to figure out. I'm like, oh, I really want to, but I want to be at this one. But and so we get two, right? You get two breakout sessions, right?
Yes, I love that you're like asking me now, like, wait, what should I do? So actually, I just said to someone yesterday, if I was doing the breakouts, I have no idea what I would decide. Right. At the last conference, I had a friend ask me, okay, I can't decide which two would you do? And I was like, I can't tell you. I have no idea. And I was thinking like, okay, if somebody asks me that this year, what would I say? Yeah. I would say like what I've already said. Do you want to do one that's focused on being a mom and your kids?
Yes.
Yes or no. And then that will because I don't usually do a lot of parenting things. Yeah. It's more motivating the mom and finding their true self than parenting. Right. But I've had people reach out to me that want to do that. And I'm like, well, maybe moms want that. And because it's a breakout, it's an option and you don't have to listen to it if that's not how you want your day to go. So we have someone doing the Enneagram and parenting. And then we have the substance abuse in kids. And then we have a chiropractor doing There Are No Bad Kids with a new program she's working on. Yeah. So it's like if you can tell yourself, okay, I'm not going to do something on parenting, then those three are out. So that's kind of how I would go. But if those sound really interesting to you and you're like, ooh, like I'm at a time where I really want to learn about substance abuse in kids because my kids are getting around that age, then that's what you're going to do. So I know. And I think I have 8 right now, and there's 2 more that I'm working on. So I know it's just going to get harder to decide.
I'm waiting until a little bit longer to decide because I have loved every single one you've introduced and can see value in it in some aspect of it.
So there's one I have not introduced. I don't think I have to go back and always think like, which one have I posted? I'm looking at my list here. Stress relief through hypnotherapy. That's one I would pick, I think. I think I could use that.
Oh my gosh. And just to think about like what you're going to have into that, like what each speaker is going to bring to the table is because not last year, because we didn't do it last year, but the year before the breakout sessions, I was blown away, you know, because you think you have an idea going in, but then it's totally even more than what you imagined. The speakers you line up bring it, like they bring it to the table. So
they do. And this year I did something different where I had an application process. Okay. Just because last year I had people contacting me that just randomly saw about it online and were like, oh, I want to help. I want to speak. And I was full. So I did like a 2-month-long application process. Yeah. And I just reached out last week to everyone and said like, yes, you're going to do it, or no, this wasn't a great fit. So that kind of was interesting because I think I got a bigger variety by doing it that way and really looking at how I wanted the day to be. But yeah, these they're all moms and they have 50 minutes to plan a breakout and they're super excited to share with everyone, which is awesome.
I can see that. Oh my gosh. That's cool. And so everyone should get their tickets, get it. Yeah. You have vendors, you have all kinds of different vendors coming. So I'm not even going to go into all the specifics of all the different variety of vendors because I know some of them and I'm super excited of all the variety of lineup you have for vendors too. And then the breakout sessions. And just like you said, like that connection time with moms where you come into the room and you're not sure what to expect, but you walk out with like friends and just a community of other moms. And it's a really inspiring event. So yeah, I'm
excited. Thank you so much. I try to take the big open room at the community center.
Yes.
And make it like you're just in a small group with moms talking. And that's my goal. And I really hope that moms see that yes, we're in this big ballroom, but we're able to make these important, meaningful connections.
Yes.
And then that being said, we take the whole community center over because of all our breakouts. So Bottom floor, top floor, we're all over the community center that day.
That is awesome. Very cool, Samantha. I hope everyone gets tickets for that and watches this and gets signed up for those and choose your breakout sessions wisely. So, and then in the other events, the small business event planning that you do. So you said no fundraisers, but you do, like, could you do anniversary parties? Could you do like what kinds of things have you been doing late? Like I've seen you've been doing like types of events for schools to bring people together that way. You've done probably ladies' nights, things like that. Like, what are you working on?
So I want to stay away from parties. Does that make sense?
Yep.
Which is funny because many, many years ago when I lived out of state, my mom and I had started a wedding planning business. So this kind of just, and we were super excited. And then we all of a sudden moved to Michigan and we were like, like we don't know the area. Yes. And yes, my parents moved with me. If that was confusing, we all moved to Michigan. So that's like way back. I'm trying to think, my son was a baby. So like 16 years ago. So I've done that and I love it, but that's not like where I'm going now. So not party planning, more bringing in speakers or doing like a vendor show, that kind of stuff for a business. So
gotcha. Perfect.
Yes. So finding the location, finding the speakers, setting up vendors if they want.
Yes.
Yes, more for small businesses to bring their community together in person.
Okay. So if someone wanted to put together like a health and wellness event for 2023, you would be a contact for them. You could get the speakers, you could get the breakout sessions, you could get the vendors, you could get all that planning together for them. And you could be as hands-on or hands-off as they want you to be, dependent on the need. That's perfect.
Exactly. I can just walk them through like, okay, this is the date you should have this by, or I can be the one making the phone calls. I can MC the day. I can be there behind the scenes on the day, or maybe not at all. If you're like, I've got this now, just whatever is needed.
Awesome. So 2 questions. How can we get in touch with you to plan an event? What's the best way to do that? And then how can we best support you in this community to help you grow?
So I think the best way to contact me would be through my Facebook business page, the Inspired Events page.
Which I'll post that. Okay.
Yeah, which I gave you. And I can put I can give you, you have my email. You can put my email out too. Either one of those would work. And then the best way to support me right now would be to tell all the moms about Inspired Mama, because just that's in less than 2 months. That's my focus right now. Like I said, it's for any mom, really any woman would benefit from it, whether they're a mom or not. I mean, like stress relief through hypnotherapy, like who doesn't need that in their lives? So just getting the word out, because I've had so many moms come and say, oh my gosh, I didn't know this was for moms with older kids. Like I had a vendor say that to me last time.
Right.
She's like, I would have invited all my friends. I didn't know. And she's like, this was amazing. I just didn't know what to expect. So what I tell people is just come.
Yeah.
And then you'll know what it's like and you'll bring your friends the next year. So tell everyone, that's a mom. And I say it's for West Michigan moms, but I've had a mom come from Wisconsin. I've had a mom come from the Detroit area. So income. I've had moms, get like a Airbnb for the night and just come with friends and do that. So just, there should be no obstacle to coming.
That's awesome. I will post the links to the registration and everything also in this too for the group, and then they can share it and spread the word that way as well. So awesome. Samantha, I am so happy you were able to join us this morning, and I'm excited. I know I will be there, and I will be telling all the moms about your event. So I cannot wait. And I'm just excited for this time with you. So thank you so much for coming on.
Thank you so much, Sarah. Thank you everyone for watching.
I'm going to end our recording, then me and you will chat. Okay?
Yeah.
All right. Bye everyone.